Okay, music lovers, it's time to recap yet another one of those songs polls regarding a legendary classic rock act. We've done a bunch of those over the last year and a half or so regarding favorite songs of the Beach Boys, the Rolling Stones, Pink Floyd, the Doors, the Who, the Kinks, Billy Joel, and Bruce Springsteen. And now, in connection with his 75th birthday, it's songs that feature Paul Rodgers on vocals, whether with Free, Bad Company, or The Firm. Hey, a couple of folks even cast write-in votes related to his brief stint singing with Queen. As with previous polls, I asked a bunch of folks, mostly on Facebook, for their top 3 songs that feature Paul Rodgers, and then I compiled the results, and I'll give you the rundown in just a sec. You know, most of us, I guess, became familiar with Paul Rodgers during his time with Free in the late 1960s and early 70s. Paul was just 20 years old when that band's great song, All Right Now, became a top 5 hit in 1970. The song is still a staple of classic rock radio more than a half century later. Of course, Rodgers, with drummer and fellow Free bandmate Simon Kirke, went on to a very successful tenure in Bad Company, starting in 1974. Man, I love this album. Their first 3 LPs, as a matter of fact, all landed in the top 5 on Billboard's album chart and featured numerous hits over those years. Hard to believe neither Free nor Bad Company have ever gotten serious consideration for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Rodgers also teamed up with legendary Led Zeppelin guitarist Jimmy Page for a couple of albums with the band The Firm. As with these other surveys, I had a really tough time coming up with my personal top 3 Paul Rodgers songs. I ended up having to eliminate some terrific Bad Company tunes like Can't Get Enough, Feel Like Making Love, Rock Steady, Good Lovin' Gone Bad, even their terrific cover of the Coasters' Youngblood. Man, I love that tune. After a lot of hair pulling, I decided that my 3 favorites are Shooting Star at number 1, then All Right Now by Free, of course, second, and the wonderful Badco song Silver, Blue, and Gold, third. But what did all of you go with in picking your favorite songs by Paul Rodgers? Well, 40 people voted in my little Facebook poll, and you guys, by the way, did a terrific job with it, naming many of the big hits along with a few deeper tracks. Tunes that got mentioned but missed the top 10 included The Firm's Closer, Make or Break, All the King's Horses, and the hit Radioactive, plus Free's Fire and Water and Little Bit of Love. By the way, if you're a fan of the blues, be sure to check out Free's cover of an old blues standard, Going Down Slow. It is fantastic. Bad Company tunes that got mentioned but missed the top 10 included Burning Sky, Don't Let Me Down, Run with the Pack, and Simple Man. Well, the great Badco tune Ready for Love also just missed the top 10. It was, in fact, number 11. Oh, in tabulating the votes, a first place vote was worth 3 points, a second place vote 2 points, and a third place vote, you guessed it, 1 point. With all that behind us, here we go with your top 10 favorite songs featuring Paul Rodgers. Number 10 was a song that I thought would end higher. As I noted, it made my top 3, but it is number 10 overall. It's Silver, Blue, and Gold. Number 9, a song that was a top pick of a couple of people, Rock Steady. In the 8th slot, another song that got a couple first place votes, Moving On. The song at number 7 got 4 first place votes, and it's an old favorite of mine for sure, Good Lovin' Gone Bad. A lot of folks mentioned the song that came in at number 6, the song Bad Company, from the band Bad Company, and their self-titled debut album, Bad Company. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Now, as we get to the top 5 Paul Rodgers songs, I'll tell you that all of them were released between 1970 and 79, and all are still heard on rock radio stations today. Well, so you can see for yourself, let me put up a graphic showing the full top 10, and yeah, check out the top 5. At number 5, a rocker from Bad Company's debut album in 1974 that happened to peak coincidentally at number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100. The song Can't Get Enough. What a great tune, and Bad Company's most successful single ever, by the way. Number 4 is a terrific power ballad from Badco's second album, Straight Shooter. Man, I love this LP. The song Feel Like Making Love, which cracked the Billboard Top 10 in 1975. The number 3 song is one that's not one of my personal favorites, but maybe I'm in the minority because it was mentioned by more than a third of folks who voted in the poll. Rock and Roll Fantasy from 1979. By the way, the most recent song in our top 10. It was the favorite of a couple of voters. Number 2, a great song about that young boy, Johnny, which I mentioned is my favorite song sung by Paul Rodgers, Shooting Star. You still hear that one a lot on rock radio, and for good reason. And the number 1 song is that fantastic tune from Free's third album, Fire and Water. The song, All Right Now. So damn good. Well, there you have it. Your favorite songs that feature Paul Rodgers. Paul has had various health problems in recent years, including several strokes since about 2016, but he managed to record a new solo album last year called Midnight Rose, and it's pretty darn good. He still sounds amazing. Hey, happy 75th to Paul Rodgers, and to all of you, thanks for voting, and thanks for watching.